We go to football. Nigeria is to play Germany for the third place for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup ongoing in India. Let's start from that loss against Colombia, 6-5 on penalties. Your expert point of view on that, Tunde?
It was a case of so close yet so far for Nigeria. We had it in our hands, but we blew off. And when people say penalty is a game of luck, I think that's another testament to it. Nigeria had the initiative. We were almost there, just a kick, and we'll be celebrating ourselves in the final. But it was not to be. For me, I have my reservation against the goalkeeper. I don't think she's supposed to be a penalty specialist, but from what I saw yesterday, there was nothing extra that she brought into the pitch. I think the first keeper was even could have done better. Not sure about that, but there's no point crying over scrutiny. It's gone. At least they've done themselves proud. This is the first time Nigeria is even getting to the semi-final, so they deserve all the commendation they can get. I'm looking to the third place match against Germany. I don't think it's going to be easy because the Germans will not want to go empty-handed. And so, of course, the Flamingos too, they look deflated with the manner of the way they lost it. If they recover on time and put in their best for Sunday's third place match, then it can go either ways. That's how I see it.
Okay, now still on the Flamingos, it's been historical for Nigerians because we've not gotten to this stage. Bankole Olokwe, who is the coach, has done so much for us. But do you think it's overview whether at the end of the day we don't come home with the bronze medal? Assessing us this year, what is your overview of the Flamingos at this year Under-17 Women's World Cup?
Yeah, for me, I think they've gone beyond expectations. They've done very well. Like you said, this is the first time Nigeria is making it to the semi-final. So you can't fault a record-breaking team. Yes, they had it all to actually even go a step higher and get to the final and possibly win the tournament. But it has happened. I'm sure they will learn from this. The next edition of this tournament comes up 2 years' time. So 2 years is just around the corner. I think it's good to have a coach like this that seems to know how to hunt for talents and get the very best of young girls from the grassroots. And so I don't think there's a need to start taking the technical crew. And so I think we should stick with Olokwe, regardless of what happens on Sunday. I'm sure you two will have learned some lessons from the outing in India, and it should reflect in subsequent tournaments that we will be attending with Nigeria, hopefully.
Okay, now still on the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup because it's taking place on Sunday. We played the German side in the first game and we lost 2-1. German side coming from 1-0 down. What lesson do you think we need to learn so that we can get a victory? Because it's better we lost at the group stage and win on Sunday. So what lessons do you think Bankole Olokwe and his girls rather should have learned from that loss in the first game?
Yeah, I think for the first game it was a question of stage fright. After most of those girls, that's the first time they are, of course, that's the first time they are playing in that stage, and so against a team like Germany with all the big names and all the achievements in both the male and female football, I'm sure they would have given them so much respect. But at the end, we saw that it wasn't the gap between the two teams wasn't that wide, and that is why we could end up with a 2-1 loss. So I think by now they should have known themselves better and know that, okay, these Germans are not invincible. They are people that we can match position for position. And so, yes, the Germans may look a bit more tactical, but I'm sure if we look at the mistakes we made from the first game, which we lost 2-1, and we make necessary amends, I'm sure it could be, like I said, it could go either ways, but it's not a done deal that the Germans will win. For all you care, the Germans might not even be interested in the third place because I'm sure they had the trophy on mine. But now that they've lost that, they may not be that motivated to go all out. But whatever happens, I think the Flamingos have a good chance against the Germans.
Okay, and I'm going to put you on the spot because what's your prediction, since you can say that the German side are not eager for a bronze medal, which I'm sure a lot of people out there might not really want to support that view, because in our own local language, we say half bread is better than none. And I think the Germans will want to take something back home. But let me put you on the spot, Tunde, with your vast experience on the job. Who do you think would take the day, knowing that you also analyze the game, the first game, and with your analysis on the game? I think it's going to be tougher.
I don't think you don't need to ask me that question. You know where my mind is already. I always give it to the Flamingos. Yes, a slim victory of any kind. It can even go to penalties, maybe a barren draw. If you look at yesterday's game, before the goal finally came for Spain, it was already. So I think we will see. It's going to be a tight game, and I won't be surprised if it's decided by penalties again. Maybe a 0-0 draw in regulation time, and whoever gets luckier in the penalty shootouts, will pick the game. Okay,
lastly on the FIFA Under-17 Women Cup, Ibrahim Guzo, the new NFF president, promised a monetary reward for them. It's interesting. But it seems after this game, we will probably not see these ladies again. I mean, what do you think should be the next thing for a more experienced NFF? What do you think NFF should do in regards to what next for these girls, if they should come home with the bronze medal or not?
Coming up with the bronze is an added advantage, but these girls should be kept together. We've seen some bright young talents in these girls. Of course, it's about progression. After the under-17, we have the under-20. It will be asking for too much if you want them to be drafted straight to the Super Falcons. I think they can still learn one or two things in the under-20 category, and from there we can move on. And of course, some of the teams across Europe have seen what they can do, and so you can be sure one or two teams will come for them in the days ahead to sign them for contracts abroad. And of course, the NWFL in the Nigerian League also, they would always get one or two teams that would. I think the career started on a good pedestal. They didn't do badly, and so you can't call this team a failure. Yes, they could have done better, but they've done enough to earn the commendation of all.
Okay, very interesting. I think a very good one, and we'll probably be expecting a presidential handshake at least for the compensation.